But there was no path to your gate, and so no fist beat upon your door. Instead, the messenger faced the inner palace, and the crowd was immense. It stretched as far as his eyes could see, and he forced his way through this endless throng, down the endless stairs and across the endless courtyards. But all to what avail? The crowd was ever pushing upon him, and the first palace lay within the second palace, and the second palace lay within the third palace, and there were ever more courtyards, ever more stairs, and ever more people, and so they stretched for an eternity. And finally, the messenger broke through the last door. But no, it could never happen. Beyond the last palace lay the imperial city, and nobody could carry a message from a dead man across that, even in the span of one life. And all you can do is sit at your window in the evening light and dream of these events all too far away.
Franz wrote that?
Yes.
Is that all of it?
It's a draft from his latest collection. A country doctor. Short prose for my father.
For my father? Does it mean anything to you? Maybe it means you've got to try. But if that messenger had sat in the tea house and had one cup of Chinese tea after another, the result would have been the same. I have always tried to keep the family united.
United? Behind father?
Where else would we unite?
Seems to you that recently I've become more interested in Jewish things, and your reaction has provided a belated confirmation to my view of your faith. From the start you were against anything which interested me.
No.
And especially the manner of my enthusiasm.
No.
And here it was the same.
No.
Through me religion became revolting for you and Jewish literature disgusting.
How can you accuse anyone else of exaggeration?
You struck a better blow when you aimed at my own writing and hit, unknowingly, everything that went with it. Here was a little independent bit of me that had escaped you. Think of a worm trodden underfoot whose head tears itself away and then slithers free. I was somewhat secure. I could breathe. And here I welcomed your dislike. But my vanity was hit by your words, which are now famous between us. Stick it on the bedside table.
I'm sorry, I don't understand your books. And I hear other people have the same problem too.
Yep, I was satisfied. Your words sounded like now you are free. That was a delusion. I was not free. My writing dealt with you. It's my lament for us.
In one of your stories, I'm told, There is a man that is turned into an insect and is then attacked by his father with apples. Life is imitating art. Please let the trial continue.
Possibility of marriage has been the greatest horror of my life. You place all my failures in a row and you put marriage right at the head. Yet I suspect there's been nothing in your life which has matched the significance for me as marriage. Your life has been more full, more troubled and richer than mine. So I believe there's been nothing in it as important as this. It's as if one man had 5 low steps to walk up, and the second man had just a single step. But this single step was as big as the 5 put together. And the first man cannot only cope with his initial 5 steps, but with hundreds, even thousands more. And his life will be great and strenuous, but there will be nothing in it to match the significance of the single step of the second man. His only step is beyond his strength, and he cannot climb up, nor naturally can he walk round and reach the step above.
I would have put out a hand and pulled you up if I knew the response I would get for any attempt to help.
In the world, there is just you and me, which I have often felt. And with you, the purity ends, and with me, the filth begins.
What is man that he should be clean? No man of woman born is pure, so it says in the scriptures, somewhere. We're father and son, not some strange mythological creatures. I'm Herman Kafka. I keep a shop. You're Franz Kafka, a lawyer.
Do you remember the little talk we had after I told you about my wedding plans? Do you remember what you said?
Yes. I said she probably put on a skimpy blouse. It's something the Jewish girls here in Prague know how to do. And naturally you decided to marry her, and I said I didn't understand you. Have you no idea except to marry whoever takes your fancy? You're a grown man. You live in a city. There are establishments. If you're scared, I'll come with you. And what's wrong with brothels? Your friend Max Brod certainly enjoys them. There must be lots of young women he can recommend. Thanks to the war, the city is full of widows looking for money and comfort.